Now, time for the student segment of In the Middle with Mr. Hayward. I'm joined today by Janessa Arguello,
Hi.
8th grade student here at Norton Middle School. Janessa, thank you so much for coming on the show. You're brave. You're the second student guest since we started doing this, so thank you. When deciding who to have on the guest, we have so many great, interesting kids at the school. You know, I'm trying to think of kids who do multiple things or kids who are doing exceptional things. And one of the things happening this year with the girls soccer team is how many shutouts you have. How many shutouts does the team have right now?
Well, I've had 7 goals scored on me all season.
Yeah.
And that's been 2 games, I think.
Yeah, so I think you have like 5 shutouts going.
Yeah.
Didn't mention, but I'll do it now because she just did. She's the goalie of the team. And have you played goalie all your life, or is it something you switched to at the middle school level?
I've played goalie like here and there, but this is, I'm pretty sure like maybe last year I focused on goalie for one team.
Yeah.
I play for like 5 different teams in soccer right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like a different position for all of them, but I've been goalie for middle school for 2 years now.
Yeah. Do you think that's helped you become a better goalie, that you play out and play different positions?
Yeah, because I know like, oh, someone needs to cover back.
Yeah.
Like I know what to do on the field too, so that way I can help like navigate and help people like move through the field.
Yeah. And I do recall I was out watching one of the games out back one day, and you were pretty vocal, and you were telling people, you know, watch here or there, or kind of position in the defense. So that's going good. How's this season going beyond just the wins and losses and the amazing shutouts? I can't recall any team having that many shutouts, but how's it going in general? Just how's the team, being a member of the team?
Well, family-wise, we're all like this. Like I talk to them in school and out of school, and I text some of them. Like we're really close friends. Yeah. And it also helps that most of us have been together for 3 years, 2 years. Yeah. And then the 6th graders who just came on, they like that. We're already like so close. Yeah,
so, that's an interesting word that you use, family.
Yeah.
Because you said family-wise, and I didn't know where you're going, but so you really kind of, is that something you guys work at as an 8th grade to kind of bring that to the whole team? What are some things you do to kind of do that, or is it just a mindset that you guys have?
I think since we've been on the team for so long, like it's just always there, but we do always try and like include the 6th and 7th graders and like switch up and stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
awesome. Well, in the middle school and high school level, we're always student athletes. So I want to ask you some stuff about the school itself. You're a member of StuCal this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's my first year.
First year. How's that been going?
It's fun. I like. All my friends are there. It's a good time, and we're always talking about how to better the school and like what to do in the next month, and it's really cool. Yeah. Kind
of like leaving your mark too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing those things and making sure that 8th grade isn't just about you know, moving to high school, but really enjoying that 8th grade year and the, you know, some of the unique experiences that you saw 8th grade classes do before you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to run for any offices or just be a member of the board?
I'm not sure.
Okay, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great.
I know my dad was student president.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he goalie too?
No.
Okay, all right. So following in some footsteps there. That's great. Something I wish I got involved in school. I never applied myself or put any effort into that. I regret it, seeing all the great experiences kids have now, you know, working in a school. What's the most interesting project you've done since you've been in the middle school? Just a cool project that a teacher had you work on?
Like middle school, like all 3 years?
Yeah, all 3 years. Any cool project that you've done? Interesting.
Well, last year, the combined teams for Mr. Cummings and Mr. Beard, we made a movie project. That was really cool.
What was the title of your movie?
I forget.
You forget? Okay, but it was cool.
It was about like these 3 friends, and the government put something in the food and made them all mad or something.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds pretty creative.
Yeah.
A lot, you know, I had a guest on last week, a student guest named that same project. So that seems to be a real awesome 7th grade experience going through that project. Halloween's coming up. 8th grade. What are 8th grades trick-or-treating? Are you moving? Like, when does that line kind of stop and start? Sometimes the kids come to my house, they're bigger than me. They're like, candy.
I think it's all in the fun and like who you're going with.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people doing group costumes for the school contest.
Yeah.
And then
Have you decided yet on what costume?
We're going, me and a lot of friends are going as Mario Kart.
Mario Kart,
Yeah.
okay, that's for because we have categories and group is one of them. Group is one of the categories, so you're letting the secret out already, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Okay. And will you be trick-or-treating on the thing, or?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just want candy.
You just want candy,
Yeah.
okay, all right, just all for the candy. What teacher, not teacher that you like the best, I always ask that question. I'm going to ask you, what teacher do you think you're most like? If you had to think of a teacher that you've had here that you think you're most like, and why? Like, what reason would you say, I think I'm kind of like this person because?
I think I'm kind of most like Miss Crandall and Mr. Cummings.
Okay.
Because Miss Crandall's like, she puts a lot of laughs in, and I like to laugh.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Cummings, he's such a good English teacher, and I love English.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's awesome. They're going to feel great hearing that.
Yeah.
They're going to feel great hearing that. It's one of the reasons teachers do this stuff, is the kind of the impact you're making on kids and things like that. So what are your sights set on for career or college? Have you planned that far ahead, or are you kind of toying with some different things that you might want to do or even pursue athletics in college?
Yeah. For high school, I know I'm going more for English and soccer.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking I want to be a writer because I'm in love with writing and I love creative writing.
Yeah.
But also I've always, like, in the back of my head, I was like, oh, it'd be cool to be a forensic scientist, but I'm really bad at math.
Yeah, well, you're just not good yet. But you really like the writing. How is, when you started at the middle school, and you're that group, you started, you didn't have Chromebooks, we didn't have it, and now 8th grade's looks very different than 6th grade. The Chromebooks help you with the writing, help you be creative, things like that? Are you finding is it easy to kind of compose and write on a Chromebook? I'm old school. I write it down and then I go to my computer and type it in. What about you?
When I'm on the computer, I use a lot of like websites to help with like, oh, what's a word for this? Or to like make it more.
Yeah.
And I know I like writing down on a piece of paper because I can it's like erasing and I can read what my mistakes are and stuff. I don't know, I've just always written on paper.
Really?
And yeah.
Okay, old soul like that. Great. And what about for any colleges that you're looking at or anything like that? I know it's early, but.
Not yet. I know definitely, if I want to keep like exceeding in English, it's definitely going to be an English-based like.
Okay. So something where you're going to major in that type of thing. That's great. Ever consider teaching?
No.
No? Okay. Well, you picked out 2 great English teachers, Mrs. Crandall and Mr. Cummings, as kind of models and people you think you like. So that's a good start if you emulate them. And they're doing great at what they do. Yeah. Next question. If I was going to hire you to work here, so I'm going to give you a job here. You can have any job you want. Any job. What would it be?
Art teacher.
Art teacher? Okay. Why is that?
Aside from writing, and art is a very big passion of mine.
Yeah.
I've been drawing and like I've been noticed for my drawing too a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm really in love with writing and drawing and like painting and stuff.
Yeah. What type of things do you like to draw or paint? Like kind of like animals, nature, is there a particular type of thing that you like to draw? I always draw a box that's a 3D box and sometimes stars. That's my thing.
It's not specifically like a type of thing that I draw, but I like colors and like splashes and lines and just abstract everything. I love it.
Wow, you sound fascinating and creative. Great. What piece of advice would you give to a 5th grade student right now that's down at the Yale school? Maybe he's thinking about, I got to switch schools, going to the middle school. What piece of advice would you give to a 5th grade student coming in now that you're in 8th grade looking back?
Definitely keep your friends as close as possible.
Yeah.
Popularity doesn't mean everything.
Yeah.
Stay on your grades, stay on your school, like do your sports and just focus on the big things.
Yeah. that sounds like great advice
Yeah.
from one of our best and brightest 8th graders. Janessa, I'd like to thank you for coming on to the show. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Keep up a great season, too, with soccer.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks. Janessa Arguello.